I was showing you the attachments and the stuff on the right hand pane, and then we wanted to show you the full viewer, which we didn't manage before the break. So we have here, if I double click on an image, and please select an image which has 40 planes. I am selecting the Scrum 06, and I'm opening it in a full viewer. This is called iViewer of OMERO, and then I have the other images from the same data set here on the left hand side. Yes, you know these rendering settings already. So if I go and click on the ROI tab here, I can have here ROIs. I have some of them already there. So I can, let's say, delete them so that you are not confused by it and start from scratch. I can so first of all, this is a 2D viewer, but it can, of course, plane by plane view the Z-stacks and time lapses. So if this would be a time lapse, which it is not, then I could scroll along the time here on the bottom, and obviously I can scroll through the Z on the left. Yes, and I can create new regions of interest, such as I can click on this rectangle and then click, then I let go the mouse button and drag the mouse a little bit, and then I click again. If I do so, the rectangle is there, it's not saved. I can save it like that by clicking on the save. Yeah, the rectangle is associated with the Z plane 19. And if I now scroll to another Z plane, then I can draw another shape such as line, and then I can click and draw the line such as so. Now, if I now click back on the rectangle, then I jump onto the other plane where the rectangle is associated with. Okay, I can. So I was always clicking but not dragging. I click and then I move the mouse. Yeah, did you manage to do that? Somebody? If somebody is alive there, hello. I can also do the freehand drawing using the polygon tool and the polyline tool. They are the second from the right and the third from the right. If I for example select the polygon tool, I can do a normal polygon by click again, move the mouse, click again and move the mouse like so. Okay, and double click and finish. That's fine, but I can do freehand, and this is done by pressing a shift. Yeah, with the left hand, I'm pressing a shift on my keyboard, and now I click and really drag. I'm not letting the mouse button. I can't show you my finger on the right hand side because I'm holding the mouse button here. Yeah, and then I let go, and then the freehand polygon is shown. So now I can click through my regions of interest. Each is associated with another Z plane, and I can save them all again. Okay. I can disassociate, let's say, this polygon from any Z plane by clicking on that lock. Now, if I scroll through the Zs, that polygon will be shown on all Z planes. I'm sure that you know such ways from Fiji, let's say. Very good. And now I can do some simple image analysis. And if I select, let's say, those three regions and click on the ROIs and then export as stable CSV, then I can download the CSV, open it with Microsoft Excel. And I have here a simple CSV which contains the information about the positions of the regions of interest. And yes, so the freehand polygon has quite a lot of points to define it, and this is the definition of the rectangle and of the line. Okay, so if I have if the channel was on, then the line is pertaining, each line is pertaining to one channel, and the and the shapes which have area encompassing an area, then of course I have the areas, and for line I have the length. Okay, so in this very simple, and some intensities as well, like min, max, and mean intensity in this region of interest will be exported in that CSV. In this way, you can do a simple analysis in Omero, and that's what comes out of the box from Omero. But we don't, yeah, we don't offer much more than that, except as if you switch on the third-party tools. Okay, and this is what we are coming actually to in this section. Then let me show you quickly just the other interesting feature in OMERO.iviewer, and this is the multi-view. So many of you might know in softwares there is thing called split view. We don't have it in iViewer, but if I now drag and drop, it asks me if it should save ROIs. I say, let's say no. And I have I just grabbed that image and dragged and dropped it somewhere out with the viewer, the viewport here. And when I did so, it opened a new viewport for me. And I can now do a following thing. I can make this viewport to be a green channel, and this viewport to be uh, a blue channel, and go like that. And now I have something like a split view. Of course, I could repeat it several times, have the other channels here. If I move the viewport with the blue channel now, then you can see that it's not synchronized with the green channel. I can change it by saying, clicking on the top left icon and select the first synchronization group, which is signified with the first lock. And if I do it in both channels, I can now verify that if I do the first action, they are synchronized now. So I'm scrolling my mouse wheel, and this zooms them in and out in sync, as well as if I move them, that's in sync. And if I change the Z plane here with the slider, then the two are in sync as well. Okay, you can see that they are working in sync. And what is synchronized is highlighted here with the check boxes, with the blue check boxes. Okay. Um, the other way, the other thing which is interesting in iViewer is the big images. You can open a very large image like this, and you have a bird's eye view here. And this is a pyramidal image with many zoom levels. Okay. And if you have ROIs and you are zoomed in quite a lot, I have the table of ROIs here. And if I click on the line, you can see that the viewer jumped like miles away where I was to navigate to that ROI, which would be very difficult otherwise to achieve, because I would have to zoom out and lose my bearing and not see the ROIs in this big zoom. Okay, so this is a circle in the middle. Very good. So much for the Omero iView.